you know. Oh, looks like they're going. You're going, yep. So it looks like they are both going for fire. They're grabbing the shroom in 1-1. I assume they're going to be grabbing the fire flower in 1-2. You're going to be seeing they have to slow down in some way so that they don't get fireworks. So TheRuddyy did a probably deliberately slow underground as he's not going to get fireworks there. And jtknott slowed down in that final section of 1-1. So they both exit the level with a 365. It looks like they're both on the same frame rule. Their runs aren't quite synced, but it looks like they're on the same frame rule at least. So they're going to be getting the fire flower in 1-2. And then once you have the fire flower, all you really need to do with these strategies is just not mess up, and you have a pretty much guaranteed, 504, 505, as long as you don't go for any majorly slow strategies and you get a decent wrong warp in 4-2. So both runners are going to be entering 4-4 with a 343, which is pretty much optimum time with fire. You can get a slightly better fire grab. You can get a slightly better fire grab if you hit the very first pixel of the fire flower block in 1-2, which causes you to lose speed. So you can like then from there clip slightly into the block. Oh, jtknott goes for flagpole glitch but misses. It looks like he got, I want to say FFO, which means that he jumped a frame late. So I think TheRuddyy might be TheRuddyy is slightly ahead of jtknott, I think by 1 frame rules, or 0.35 seconds. So they're entering 4-2. jtknott goes for a slightly faster wrong warp strategy. He does a backwards jump at the beginning, which means he can start gaining pixels a lot quicker. So, did they both get 372 wrong warps? I saw TheRuddyy got 372. I wasn't paying attention to what jtknott get. Yep, they both got 351, so... Ooh, but it looked like jtknott saved a frame rule over TheRuddyy there, so I think they're both tied into 8-1. So yeah, we have a pretty close race here. Again, 8-1 is completely free when you're going for fire strap. Usually 8-1 is one of the hardest levels if you're going for just 458, 459, but it's completely free when you can kill these piranha plants in the pipes. And as for TheRuddyy, I'm pretty sure jtknott said earlier that his PB was a 510. So TheRuddyy might actually be on a decent paced run here compared to his PB. They both finished with 200. It looked like TheRuddyy might have slowed down a bit at the end, whereas jtknott wouldn't have done. Yeah, TheRuddyy loses 1 frame rule, so jtknott is, I want to say, 1 frame rule ahead. Oh, but TheRuddyy messes up the stairs and takes damage to Lakitu. I didn't quite see what it was. It looked like he might just have held down plus right or something, potentially. Or missed a jump. jtknott misses the jump over the blunt, but it's not a big deal. He only loses a couple thirds of a second there. Finishes with a 340, which is pretty decent. As if you went for completely safe strats, you would get a 339 or a 340. Oh no, TheRuddyy takes damage again, so he only finishes with 322. So, jtknott quite far ahead at this point. But 8-3 can be bad, you can be like GTA, where you jump into a hammer on 1903 warp plus pace, Mistakes can still happen, TheRuddyy can still pull ahead. But it looks like jtknott will finish cleanly. Ooh, he does an interesting slowdown strategy there. I don't know if I've ever seen him do that strategy before. Usually what most runners do is they land on the 3rd step at the end of those stairs and bonk on the top step, whereas he did a backwards jump at walking pace, which I haven't really seen someone do like that before, I don't think. Oh no, TheRuddyy dies to a Cooper again in 8-3. Meanwhile, jtknott is in 8-4, goes for 2-frame wall jump. Is he going to go for Lukuki's strategy? No, he just goes for regular 2-frame wall jump. Gets it as well. And takes damage to a cheap in 8-4. Probably not going to matter quite that much now, given that he's already very far ahead, but I'm guessing he's gonna wait on the Podoboo and wait on the Bowser hammers. Meanwhile, TheRudyyy makes it through 8-3, the 219, so and jtknott is at Bowser, he runs under Bowser. He had kind of a tricky Bowser pass in there, but he managed to get through it. Anyway, so there we go, we have our first winner of the first race, it's jtknott. And oh no, TheRudyyy takes damage to a Goomba in 8-4, so he game overs. So we're gonna... Oh, oops. Someone had already added a score for it. So jtknott is done. That score is throwing me off. And TheRudyyy, I think, is gonna end up forfeiting. He's paused his game, so mark him as a forfeit. And there we go. We have the winner of the first race. And it looks like jtknott at least says he's ready for round 2 already. So yeah, jtknott at least got a very respectable time there at 5:10. That was actually my goal, to get a 5:10 back when I started running this game, so 5:10 is a very, very respectable time. So anyway, next race in series. Okay, it looks like over Discord they're about to start doing the countdown, which means, because this stream is a bit delayed, run's probably starting in about 15 seconds-ish. And I don't know whether jtknott, because he's already ahead, he might just... Like, if this were me playing this, I would just go for sub-5 strat to try and get a sub-5 in a race, but whether jtknott's going to try and, you know, play risky and go for small Mario strats just to show off, or if he's going to take the safe win by going for fire, I don't know. So anyway, looks like they're about to start playing. Oh boy, I can hear game audio somewhere. Oh, hold on. I have jtknott's stream open in the background. Let me just mute that. Okay, they're resetting. They're about to do the countdown. There we go, they're starting. So again, they're both going for fire strategies. So probably going to see a fairly similar race to the last one, with jtknott likely coming out with some sort of low 5-minute time, because, you know, he's very, very consistent. And again, they both get 365, so they both end up tied to the frame rule at the end of 1-1. Entering 1-2, gonna grab fire again. You know what I've just noticed? TheRudyyy does an interesting... He does an interesting way of going about those 2 pipe jumps. So what I've noticed most people normally do is, they just kill the first plant and then jump to the third pipe, whereas he kills the first plant, then jumps to the second, then jumps over to the third. So he does like an extra pipe jump. Anyway, both runners entering 4-1. jtknott went for flagpole glitch last time, so he might go for it again. I don't know, let's have a look. See what he does. Oh, I think, yep, he is going for it. And he doesn't manage to hit it. I'm not really sure what his sub-pixels there were. Maybe like airfall or something, I'm not particularly sure. It didn't look like he got the right stair inputs though, so... I'm not really sure. Well, actually no, because TheRuddyy is ahead. Yeah, TheRuddyy is ahead right now by a couple frame rules. Not exactly sure how many, because I forgot to check what his timer was at the end of that. So both of me going to the wrong warp again. jtknott getting a 3. Oh! Oh! jtknott fails the wrong warp. He's gonna have to game over. So So TheRuddy's in a huge lead. He's about 2 minutes ahead right now. Again, when I was saying earlier, anything can happen, despite the fact that jtknott plays very consistently. He has to game over and start again from 4-1, because he didn't stop completely before going into that pipe. So yeah, there's big time loss here. I don't know if jtknott's gonna grab fire again, or if he's just gonna play a smooth. I don't know whether it'd be worth it at this point. I mean, getting fire is probably more worthwhile, because, you know, you can... Yeah, it's probably a greater time save by getting fire than there is by not getting it, even at this point. He goes for flagpole glitch again. Like, again, I wasn't paying attention to what he did on the stairs, but it looked like he was kind of fast to the left when he hit the poles, so maybe AFO or something. Either way, he didn't get it. TheRuddyy is an 8-2. He didn't take damage to the stairs this time. Incredible. He could actually get pretty far here. Let's see if... I don't know if he knows about... There's a really consistent strategy that I recommend anyone doing in races called BBBB. Which is why if you just, like, bonk in a couple specific spots, the Cooper at the end will always be amazing. Completely free. So he gets a 340. Doesn't go for that strategy, which also can get a 340, but... You know, just as fast. Maybe even a frame rule faster. So... They're already entering 8-3 at the same time as jtknott entering 8-1. jtknott has big fire right now, so doesn't look like... Well, it looked like at some point he was going to get fire, but he doesn't have it at this point, and there isn't really... Oh, he takes damage. Oh, he goes for the one-frame Goomba jump for swag. I wonder if that was planned out or not. But, so yeah, TheRuddyy entering 8-4, we can actually see a win from him here. All he needs to do is just not completely choke. And then it's a free win for him. Will he go for wall jump? He's probably not going for wall jump. Because he didn't go for... Oh, he did go for it, but he didn't go for 2-frame. He did the, looked like he did the right release strategy, where if you just release a bit... If you release right for a few frames, well, before doing the 1-frame jump, it gives you plenty of frames to do the 1-frame jump, so it's a lot easier. But it makes hitting wall jump pixel a decent bit harder. So, anyway, he's entering the water section. That was a fairly clean... Oh, no, never mind. He slowed down at the end. That was a fairly clean water. And yeah, we're going to get a win from TheRuddyy right here. He ends with... Oh, he takes damage to Bowser. That might actually have been a PB if he didn't take damage to Bowser. jtknott, meanwhile, is an 8-3. He's going to be going for 8-3 FPG, apparently. He did the opening setup for it. And he's still Big Mario. I wonder where he's been streaming up all this time, because he always seems to be Big Mario, and I never noticed him streaming up. Anyway, he goes for 8-3. Again, I don't know what he did there. It looked like he just didn't slow down, but the stream's at kind of a low frame rate, so it's kind of hard to tell. Anyway, he's entering 8-4 at this point. He's on probably just under 7-minute pace, probably around 640 something, 650 something. He goes for 1-frame wall jump, hits the 1-frame jump, and gets backwards wall jump. That looked like maybe an 8-1 speed wall jump, I want to say. And this turnaround, oh Jesus Christ, that turnaround. I was gonna try and tell you what frame it was on, exactly how fast, but no, he took damage, so yeah, that was probably not the turnaround he was looking for. Anyway, he's ending the water section. This is still on pace for a 315 if he challenged Bowser, but he's gonna wait on the Poda Bruise and everything, doesn't want to risk another death, and finishes with a 646. Complete opposite to what I predicted at the beginning. So it looks like we actually have a fairly close match here. We're actually getting into the third and final race, which is pretty impressive. Not gonna lie, Anyway, they are... It says that they've started on Discord, which means we're probably going to have to wait another minute for them to start because of stream delay. So in the meantime, I can say the 3 magic words to you that I said to jtknott I was going to say before I started doing this. And those 3 words are imagine a boss, and now I've said that on stream. Now I can rest easy for saying those 3 words. Anyway, runs should be starting in a minute. There we go. They've reset. So it looks like they're probably going to start in a few seconds. And was that it? Oh yeah, they're starting now. Wait. Yeah, they're starting now. Okay. So, again, they're both going for fire. Always going for fire strats, which is kind of interesting. Honestly, me, myself, I've never really liked fire strats. I know a lot of people go for them in races, but I feel like it isn't that hard to get a decent time in a race. Just a small Mario. So, interesting strategies here. Can't say I blame them for it though, because getting fire does make the game a lot easier. I wasn't honestly paying attention to what game time both of these runners ended on, but it looks like they're probably tied. It's kind of hard to lose lots of time in 1-1 because it's just grab mushroom, beat level. So yeah, we're seeing very... Oh! jtknott misses a pipe jump that's going to cost him around a second, probably 3 or 4 frame moves. And they're both entering 4-1. Let's see if jtknott is actually able to get the wrong warp this time without dying to it. He gets the swag spiny kill though, which pretty sure Cosmic goes for. I'm pretty sure he did that in his warpless record, I want to say. Yeah, that's the other cool thing about fire. It allows you to do all the swag tricks that are always a lot harder with Small Mario. Oh, he goes for flagpole, which again looked like probably good stair inputs there, but he just messed up pole input somehow. But again, flagpole glitch, very hard trick, just doing it to show off. Anyway, he's entering 4-2 again. jtknott's probably gonna have PTSD about this level after the tournament. He managed to get heaps of pixels. Oh, okay, yep, TheRudyyy enters it. And jtknott manages to stop in time on the pipe. Unheard of, never done before. No, I'm being mean, no. That's actually a pretty difficult trick, the 4-2 wrong warp, when you're first learning the game. It's the first hard trick that most people learn, and it's decently hard to do at first. You know, there's a lot of things that can go wrong in it. You know, you can, as he did, stop too short. Not stop too short, you can not be moving, you can stop too short, you can go too far. You can not get enough pixels at all, you know, there's many things that can happen. So anyway, they're both in 8-1 right now. I want to say TheRudyyy is probably a couple seconds ahead. It's kind of hard to tell because the streams aren't completely synced, but I'd imagine he's probably about a second or 2 ahead. They both finished with 199s on the timer, which means that's a pretty decent 8-1 time. You know, perfect, optimal 8-1 is ending with a 200. TheRudyyy gets past the stairs, and jtknott bonks on the stairs, but doesn't take damage, which is fine. Oh, he does take damage to a Koopa though. So I don't know if he's gonna shroom up again. Probably not. It's not really worth shrooming up at this point. So again, we see TheRudyyy having a massive lead over jtknott. Is jtknott gonna go for bullet bill glitch? He is. Oh, he doesn't get it. Although 3-3-3 in the timer though for jtknott, which A is 3 fireworks, B it's the numbers I have after my name. Anyway, looked like he got bad coin toss and bullet bill glitch, which is just a 50-50 thing that can go wrong with it. And I don't know if he was lined up right because he did a different setup to usual. Because there was another bullet that would have been in his way. So anyway, TheRudyyy is just finishing 8-3 while jtknott is in the middle of it. 8-3 is noticeably harder as Small Mario because you can dice these hammers, you know. These bros, they're ruthless. They don't chill. You know, they can make the difference between a good run and a bad run. And until you're at like 458 level, you're probably not at the... Oh! TheRudyyy dies to the first pit in 8-4. Shoutouts to Eyeball1, who did that on 456 pace. And he dies to the first jump in 8-4 again. Jeez. Well, I was gonna say that he had a fair shot of winning this, but I don't know if that's gonna happen now, but you never know. JT could die to a fireball, could die to Bowser, could jump on the first frame at the Hammer Bro and die to that. You know, there's still ways that TheRudyyy could claw back. But again, we're actually having a decent race right here. jtknott's in the final room of 8-4, and I want to say 5-12 pace. But he's going to wait it out, going to wait on Bowser, and ends up getting 5:14.78. Which is, again, a pretty respectable time. And then TheRudyyy is about to finish out his run on what looks like maybe 540-ish pace, if he waits it out. Yeah, finishes with a 5:39, which is, again, pretty respectable time. Good races to the both of them. Yeah, that was actually pretty entertaining to watch, for me. Anyway, we have jtknott in the voice call. How is it going?
Oh, it's going good, I guess.
Good job on winning the race. So anyway, now is the point where I have to ask you guys questions. And we're probably going to have TheRudyyy join in a minute, maybe. I don't know if he's going to join, but anyway. I don't know a whole lot of questions that I'm going to ask, so I'm probably going to ask a few questions. And if you guys have questions that you want to ask the runners, post them in chat. So anyway, jtknott, how do you feel the runs went?
The first one was basically how I wanted it to, except for like a few mistakes. I got hit on the cheap, and the second one, it was horrible. When I saw it, I was like, dang, I got right warp. And then so I got like a 640, and I saw he won with the 512, and I was like, dang. And then the third race, when I got hit, I was like, nope, it's over. He's gonna clutch it out. Then there was a little bit of delay. I was watching the stream, but okay, so I got like one frame backwards. I'm like, okay, that's good. I'm gonna die to cheap now, right? I didn't die to cheap. So I was like, okay, Bowser, please. And then so I waited on the Potaboo, and then Bowser, you might not have noticed this. The second run or the first run had like this troll Bowser pattern.
Yeah,
and I was so nervous right there. Because I
saw that. I think I mentioned it. Because like Bowser jumped backwards, you had to wait on him. Then he jumped again. Then he threw a fireball.
Like I thought he was gonna shoot me in the face, and my race was gonna be over. And then the last one. Okay, so I didn't know where he was because the delay was a little bit off. Like where the race was for my thing, I was in 8-3 on the stream, and then so I finish. I almost get hit by Bowser when I touched the axe. I was so nervous right there, and then I do done, but then I'm like, wait, he didn't do .done, but I don't know if he's gonna type .done. Then right after I said that, I heard, ooh, he dies to the first room. I'm like, yes. And so yeah,
gonna be honest,
it was really close.
I thought he was gonna clutch that out. I thought he was gonna win the third race, but no, he just did what Eyeball did. But yeah, that would have been one of the most incredible things that I've seen in races for a while if he won, because that would have been an actual David versus Goliath thing. But anyway, and now we have TheRudyyy here. So actually, let me just ask quickly: have I been pronouncing your name right? Is it TheRudyyy or TheRudyyy? Because
you can call me TheRudyyy. Anyone.
Okay. Okay, so we have Rudy here. So how do you feel the races went for you? How do you feel about how you did?
The first race, yeah, I aimed in the A-2. You see, with
Yeah.
the first jump.
Yeah.
Uh,
Where you got hit.
so I continue and I just died in A-4, so it was over. But yeah.
Yeah, to be perfectly honest, in that third race, I was convinced that you were going to win that and pull off one of the most unexpected wins I'd seen in races for ages. But no,
yeah, when I got right warp, when I missed the wrong warp, I was like, yeah, he won. He's not gonna game over. He won. And he got. Yeah. When I saw he was in water, I was like, wait, can
you
he
found the wrong
right now?
I didn't see.
I failed wrong warp in the second
race.
He didn't. That's how he won. I got like a 645.
Yeah, in the second race, he didn't stop fully before going in the pipes. We went to the coin cache.
Okay.
And then I saw you going into water. I'm like, wait, can he PB right here? And I was like, okay. Then I saw like your water. I saw your water exit, and I was like, oh, okay.
I failed my wall jump. In
yeah.
Yeah.
If you didn't get hit, that might have actually been a 510, which would have tied your PB.
Yeah, 510, something like that.
So yeah, that was when I got that. I was like, don't let this happen. When I failed wrong warp.
Yeah. Also to the guy in chat saying what console you playing on, jtknott plays on NES and Ruddy plays on emulator.
Emulator, yeah.
Yeah. I use GV 2 capture card.
So anyway, so JT, you have a 456.861s. So do you think you're gonna improve that anytime soon?
Well, I've kind of been getting consistent at Blaze It. I used to go for like 8.3, but it would probably be easier to go for Blaze It because there's a setup that, or like a consistent strat that I found that Wakuki, who got Blaze It 2 times, he has something and he goes like 1, 2, 3, 4, and then he does the clip or whatever, and it works for me. So I might get a mid 456, might Bob Darb or Eddie Cat. Go for that. But mostly I'm going to be practicing for the races.
What's insane about that as well is you can get mid 456 and not even be top 5.
I know. I remember when like 457.69, like Andrew G and Blood Wars PD was second place. I remember that.
Yeah.
It was crazy.
I mean, I joined the game fairly late. I only joined like mid last year, but even then, I swear like Andrew G's time was 5th or something.
Yeah, like Tecate, when he got his first 457.5, he was like top 10. Like, now my run, which is a 456.861, is barely 9th place.
Yeah. And my run, which is a 456.911, it isn't even top 10 or anything, it's 11th. Because
so anyway. me and Leon Toast, who's gonna be racing at around 4 a.m. Eastern time, he has he's tied my PB. Well, I tied his. He got it first.
So anyway, Rudy, so given that you nearly tied your PB in a race, what do you think about you improving your PB? Like, do you think you're gonna improve it soon?
If I don't fail with small Mario strats, I hope I can take a sub 5. It will be okay for me, because this any percent run I prefer warpless runs.
Yeah, warpless, in my opinion, is like a lot better of a category, because any percent, once you get to a high level, it's just stacking tricks on top of tricks on top of tricks. They're all like barely inhuman capabilities.
And speaking of that, I was so mad because I got a bad, like every single time I went for FPG, I missed it. The last 4-1 I went for was a D70, but I failed polar puts, and I was like yelling, no! And I wanted to get flagpole glitch. And 8-3, I mean, 8-3 is hard, so.
Yeah, I didn't quite see what you did there. Did you just like not slow down or something on the stairs?
I think I got I may have gotten FFO.
Oh.
I think I got FFO, and I tried to save it, but it was too late.
Yeah. Anyway, I don't really have a ton more questions. I probably should have prepared more when I signed up to do this, but to be fair, I signed up with like an hour to spare. So if you guys in chat have any questions, then post them. Otherwise, we're probably just gonna end roundabout here. So, yeah, I think I'm gonna wrap it up right about here. Tomorrow morning there are a couple runs going on. I say morning, just tomorrow in general, there's Leon Toast versus Gaster streams at 4 AM Eastern Time, which I'm also commentating, or at least I've signed up to commentate. Then at 4 PM Eastern Time, there's me versus YouTube Man 06, which will be a very good race because...
he has a 456 also.
Yeah, both of our PBs are super close to each other.
He hasn't done any percent in a really long time, but I bet you he's practicing. It's gonna be a really good race.
He's been playing a lot recently. Apparently he streamed recently and he was super consistent. Someone was telling me.
He got like a 0.3. He got a 457.3 because he missed one frame jump.
Yeah. And then anyway, straight after that we have Mars versus Valid, username 16, which is again going to be a good race because don't both of them have 458? Does Mars have a 459? Can't remember.
Mars has a 459 by 2 frames.
Oh. But still, that PB's
like he
similar.
missed 458 by 2 frames.
Oh. So yeah, that would be a good race. Because their PBs are again really similar, so close competition. And then we have at 9 PM Eastern Time. Ooh, tomorrow. Everything is tomorrow. We have Mikachu versus Murph in the Wild. Which will probably be a good race because I heard people talking about that when it happened, when like the brackets were, or when the brackets came out. And then final thing we have on the schedule, there will be more. This is just what's on the schedule for like the next 2 days. Is on Monday at 7:30 PM Eastern Time, Your Free Chicken versus Krilla 37, which again is going to be a really good race because their PBs are super similar. So again, really close competition with the next few races we've got. Anyway, the one question we have from Niftsky is, does JT like chicken nuggets?
Yes. I love chicken nuggets, and I eat them every day.
So there you go. JT does like chicken nuggets. So okay, that's probably gonna be it for now. We're gonna end the commentary and things, and stream.
See ya.
So anyway, bye. And also be sure to follow jtknott and TheRudyyy.
Yeah. See you guys.
So anyway, bye.